Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing look at Black Ice 10.41 for Hearts of Iron 3. Now, we're going to continue that. Well, I got to say this before, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Love you to like the videos, and I want to hear your comments. Let's see how many people can get to say hi. How many? Come on, let's see. Can we get 6 people to say hi? Just hi, or hi, and then you can continue if you want to ask a question, make a comment, but just say hi, please. All right, really helps out the channel. Okay, now I know I sort of went on a rant about this a while ago, this Legion Condor fascist militia. Maybe it was around before, I don't know. I know they used to have a heavy AA unit with them at times. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to come here to brigade attachments. I'm going to get German trucks, 6 IC cost, 134 days. And because, there's a lot of ways to play this game. Min-maxing is one of them. Not a wrong way of playing it, but not the spirit of Third Reich events way of playing it. Oh man, I really would. I begged in Hearts of Iron 4 when things are being developed to be able to have a ground unit that was immobile, 100% immobile, could not be moved. Because if you make this immobile, the AI, and even if you give it certain weights or something, the AI very well may try to still strategically move it. I wanted immobile units. One of the type of immobile units that I wanted to have is, like for the Soviet Union or something, is like factory workers militia. The factory workers militia, like the Stalingrad tractor factory that, turns into, producing some tanks or whatever. But just the idea that you could go, whether, for the human player, go, okay, yeah, spam out, have an event that spams out a bunch of factory worker militias, and they cannot be moved. And then you could have events or whatever that, or decisions that fire events, or however you want to, just decisions that, like the big, the migration of factories, that were out here in the West to out here in the East. Okay, well, that would kill the Tula major arms manufacturer in Tula. If you're going to move that, it would kill the factory worker militia or militia units, and then spawn them again when they're rebuilt with the ICs or whatever, back out here in the East. So you by events or decisions or whatever, they would be moved, but otherwise they were immobile because they just represent a defensive capability based upon the whole worker support staff, So, the people living in the cities, they may not be actively working on, say, building tanks or artillery pieces, but they're handling the food, the food distribution within the city, the whatever else in the city, but they're also a militia member that if the city is under threat, they're going to, go into combat. So that would be for, say, like the human player would have that type of unit that he wouldn't be able to have. And for, say, like the computer type player, would be a unit something like this, that is slow to move. Let's see, we'll move it to another plane here. So it says 5 kilometers an hour, but we go here and it slows down because it doesn't have a transport unit. It still can move, but it's slow. 5 kilometers an hour. Let's come over here. It says 5.4. Is this planes as well? Yes. We're in planes. And we can see it jumps up to 7 because this does have the transport unit that affects the other units. So yeah, it can still be mobile. So this is not necessarily for the human player to be 100% locked down. They should be able to make some level of choices. But for like the SA units, the TRE spawns and some other stuff, the Werecrest system, things that for the AI, a strategic reserve holding out in places that is just immobile. And so the AI is forced or given, a strategic reserve, and that you can then, of course, if you wish, at times you can destroy the unit and replace it with another unit that was mobile, because sometimes the strategic reserve, even before the collapse of Germany, was converted into frontline units. So I'm not going to cannibalize this out here to create the flak guns for this. I'm not sure. I'll probably might as well keep the fascist militia for some use, but it's not going to stay as part of this. So what we're going to do here is we're building that. I'm going to actually move it to the top. No, back. And we're going to find a heavy AA. Oh, I don't want I want a single unit. If I clicked on the right thing, it would be the right thing. Doesn't look terribly heavy, I know. This is just immersion, I know, but this bit. Yeah, they've added so much stuff to this, so we're going to start producing one of these as well. We're going to move that up to the top as well. So this will have a flak unit and a German truck unit eventually, and yes, we're going to get that out to have that conf group A ready to operate. Now, I think we want to add 2 more infantry divisions. There we go. Oh, I forget to do this. Build as reserves. Okay, let's delete all of these because Gamer forgets to build as reserves. It's better to build as reserves. We haven't spent any time building on these, spent any ICs, so we're going to come back here and we're going to heavy brigade, build as reserve, and transport truck also build as reserve. Basically, you just have to hit that once for each of these, and yes, move to the top. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to build 2 of these, but again, as reserves. That's the better way to do it now. So I want to get those transport planes in production. We're going to do that. I just don't need all these destroyers right away. And we're also going to come here and upgrade the 2nd Infantry Division. Very late war vehicle. Yep, until January. Okay, 38, that's not very far. And forming the 1st Lish Brigade. I'm saying that's like time of the Soviet invasion. Photo, I'm guessing. Just a guess. No. We won't see here, but we will see up here some more spawn penalty type events. I am missing TRE and playing. Yeah, I'll get all the effects pumped in. Through some of these, I'm going to ignore whoever that's messaging me. We can have a guess or two, but if you're ever messaging me or something and I'm ignoring you, it very well may be because I'm recording a video. And I really don't think, you're likely to be, hey, this is an emergency, I need your help right now, because most of you don't live anywhere near me. And if it's just a computer emergency, well, don't know. Just don't take it personal. We're going to get all of Luxembourg's and Austria's resources that they're stockpiling up later on, so okay, armor spearhead advance. I think that is under here. Is it? I'm trying to. Oh yes, right there. Okay. Freed up some more stuff. Well, let's look over here. Do we have more 37s? I know we're in November, so we're going to get out of 37. Well, yeah, let's do that. I've got one volunteer to help so far with some work on updating TRE. I still need to go in and take a lot of looks at what's going on. Infantry unit training. Oh, that's here. Infantry unit training. Okay. Let's look back over here. Yeah, radar. But I could use another person if somebody's wants to do some grunt work. We'll figure things out on Discord and whatnot, but I need to take a look at some of the stuff. I think will be easy to do. Some of the stuff will be relatively easy, but just take time to go through and do it. Come back to that. And we'll grab this. I've been wanting one of these. Okay. Let's. Okay, skill. Schreppenberg. That looks like a good option. Let's. Von Welsh should probably be doing other things. Commanding a division. There we go. We'll do Hopner. And Guderian should also be doing something other than commanding a division. Okay. We'll call this first SS Panzer Army Corps. And we're going to detach and attach to the first. Oh no, I did that wrong. Didn't pay enough attention. There we go. Now we also have this unit here. Now it has armored cars, it's motorized. So fairly quick, keep up with the armor, hopefully. And let's add this to the... There we go. Nice 3 divisions. And yes, I know, and I do admire you guys who wish to take the time to learn and do the historical. Organizations. I just, sometimes in some high profile stuff I will, but let's move these via strategic redeployment. There's the light brigade. Okay, so what we'll come over here now, and we'll call this the second one. Guderian. I know some more will be showing up as time goes on, and lots more generals, that is. Yeah, I guess Guderian would be fine for the time being. Okay, there we go. Two rather fast cores. But we want to come down here. I actually sort of kind of know what I'm doing, but I just don't always click the right things. Combination is we lose some of those effects, negative ones, and more of these factories come online. We'll get these other units into production. Alright, well that'll, okay, we've got that maxed, but some of these unlock once we get that done. Okay, track Prime reliability. Norway. No. Well, let's just okay, let's see if we can find a fortress buster down here to at least give temporary command. Not the SS guy. Okay. We may want to pair that heavy artillery along with some other heavy artillery to be able to do things. What's the speed of this? Where's speed? Max speed 5. Okay. What is... We're already going to be slowing them up. Yeah, with that, I don't know. Okay, what I'm going to do here is, let's find, yeah, like Hungary, if they want to sell me fuel so bad, we'll buy 1 fuel. Well, they have money. Do you want supplies? No. Okay. Bulgaria. We will see about buying 1 fuel. No, no. One. There we go. And what? Romania. Those are all relatively popping up. So we're going to spend 3 money buying some fuel. Help with some of the negativity there. But infiltration tactics. No, that would be down here. 34, we'll let those continue. Mobile unit training advance. Just come over here and we have motorized support units that we will Spain, we would give them money. Okay, we're going to again decline this. But yeah, let's do a Spanish state. Just buy one. Keep improving relations through trade. What about Sweden? Oh, they don't want to trade with us enough. Okay. Now, I guess, because I'm not used to having, without activity, this level of fuel usage. Now, we can see what's going in the network, what's being used, what's being returned to stockpile, converted. Okay, well, it's part of the reason I'm playing this is to learn the changes, as it were. What I think the big thing is improve coal liquefaction here. Is that we're used to having some coal turn into to oil, but I don't even know if that wouldn't be, that's yeah, I don't know that that's the problem. I don't think that's the problem here. I don't know. Because it's based off of IC levels, I think. I don't know. Infantry unit command and control. So no, it wouldn't be this. I don't know how. I agree that making this instead of a standard practice, making it sort of special for a few nations. I'm just wondering whether Germany should get a bonus or not on it. Probably not, but I'm not sure. TRE is not supposed to make playing Germany easier. It is supposed to make it more historic, or historical, or however you want to say it. Okay, mediation, we're gonna go, we're not gonna intervene in it. Small warship armament. And, well, it's nearly 38, so yeah, I guess we can do that. Switch that over. Nanjing Massacre. Brigade command structures, I think that's there, so 36, yeah, keep that going. Twin engine ground crew. Now we're up to passive positives. Now it's very apparent here with the flaw in their system of wanting to use money as a resource. Okay. Let's look at this, and I'm just going to sort of be guessing here without doing huge amounts of research. Okay. Well, 2.5%. I see efficiency, which would be nice if we trade deal with UK. So if we get the trade deal with the Soviet Union, I'm guessing that's Ribbentrop-Molotov stuff and or Turkey. I don't know what trade deal with UK is. Meaning those could be for, or even maybe there's no trade deal we could do with Turkey, but that may be with Western allies or something. Excuse me. And then, of course, trying to buy no, that isn't Molotov. That's simply doing one of these, bichromium kind of thing. That's what it is, or controlling the strategic province. Okay, aluminum. Air build speed, yes. Rubber, well, we don't need rubber now. Here's a flaw in this to some degree. Is if I were to buy rubber now and I really think this is supposed to be a minus jungle effects minus. If I were to buy rubber now, it doesn't help me because I'm not moving anywhere and I have no significant supply throughput issues. Around Germany is really nothing. It's a real thing if you're going into Soviet Union, where like in Hearts of Iron 4, you have the rubber situation, and whether you're building, have synthetic rubber plants or just can import it, or it's in your territory or whatever. It helps you build trucks and presumably some tires to go along with them, spare tires. So you get the supply throughput speed and mobile movement speed later on when you're cut off for those vehicles, and then later it's harder to build. So this is sort of an what I'm doing here is probably it's not worth buying money. I don't know what it would cost. Now here we've got these two. Well, we want to remove these. That's right. So we could buy something that would increase either metal or armor build speed or naval build speed. I just, don't know if it's worth trying to get the money to do that. Okay, we need more steel. Are we exporting steel? We are exporting metal or steel. Okay. I don't know. This isn't TRE, so I don't know if we're going to expand our steel consumption later on. Now we will probably also expand our steel resources to some degree later on. So it's twofold. I mean, it's both. Okay, 39. That would be worth, or more worth. What did Berlin look like? 32. That looks particularly good to modify up that higher. Of course, I could stop the export, but I think I got a fourth one. Maybe I didn't click right. Well, I guess I didn't get a fourth one. Just looking for something that is high volume. Okay, we will add the Berlin. So I figure since we're going to probably need it anyways, and we're not anywhere right now in danger of not having enough steel production, even with these factories coming online. Let's see, it was here, yes. So let's just get these into production now, so that we will have enough later on as well. Mountain unit training, which I think, yep, 37. We'll keep that going. Factory's coming online, it looked like. Ah, good. Got rid of all consumer good needs. And we can lower this down a bit. There we go, which will get a lot of stuff in production, including these steel mills. Oh, we're paused. Didn't realize we were paused. Romania. What would Romania? We give them money for fuel. Okay. And light user crew training. There we go. All those are now waiting to be researched in 1938. New nav tactics. Naval air tactics. Okay, so we're done with Great War analysis. We've analyzed the Great War and we've learned that we've lost it. Who would have thunk? Okay, we're almost into 38 anyway, so let's start just going there now even more so. I also sort of hope these times of plenty are ultimately more than our times of drought for fuel. Is not just in the sense of more days, but just more coming in on the days that it's good. Right, okay, we could do that. Now, let's do that. Okay, well, we have a modest positives, and we've got those coming very soon. Well, since those are coming very soon, okay, they've got a big surplus of money. Let's see if we can sell them some supplies. Let's pause this, save it just in case the year end, new year, save, recalculation of events causes things not to go well. At least we can come back to this save. We could always, of course, try that without the autosave in effect. Okay, now we've got more things in production than we currently need, but let's, before we start doing some things, right, let's go with some of these. Okay, and I'll put this really for efficiency, but let's go with annual national boost here. We're going to do Reich economics again. We're going to examine the manufacturing plants, which are still the sort of nominal bonuses. Okay, Landsberg, where Hitler was imprisoned, and Kessel. Okay, let's quickly identify Landsberg. Where is Landsberg? I don't know. Right there. Okay. Would have taken me a while to find it. Okay, well, this is unfortunate that now that they put it here. Again, I really wish they would have it at a 4 or more instead of a 2, just for better concentration, because I'd much rather have it, you know, double up there than adding another place that I'm going to start doing that with. No, I don't have to, but it's a percentage increase, not a flat increase. Okay, oh, that's right. Okay, so we're doing that. Oh, and Kessel, which is out here. There it is. I know some German geography. And again, here. But because you want to, as much as practical, concentrate your industry around your heavy industry. Okay, we'll do that for the moment. Now let's come in here and do economic boost. We're going to do long term, which is going to cut down our ICs a little bit. Because that will allow us to do highways, mining, and farm mechanization. So just used to having. No, I don't want this one. No, over here. So used to just having highways be naturally there because of TRE. They had. I would say over 60%. No, it's just a guess. Looking at some of the stuff, the reason I'm sort of guessing is they've had little sort of pins and plaques and whatnot that I've seen for sale that like, yay, we've got over 70,000 kilometers or whatever of Autobahn made, and they're giving the year in which these things were presented, and I've collected some of the images and used some of the stuff. And it seems like the growth of the Autobahn from some of these that are like, bad from 35 or 36 versus like a 37 or 38, it's not a huge growth. They're still adding more to it, but it really seems like a lot of it happens in 33, 34, 35, and coming into 36, but enough to trigger, in my opinion, the national highways element here. So if you're going to have this in the game, how does that, if it's going to be in the game, it's in the game. So I don't disagree with it. It does make, definitely makes IC's efficiency for production better. That is very much of it. Enough of it is internal here. Supply throughput, because how do highways in Germany help with supply throughput out in Russia? Now it does a bit, because if you just do stuff in Germany a little more efficiently, you don't need it. If a truck can make 3 trips in a day, say, carrying a supply thing, because it's on a highway, 3 trips, maybe 3 one-way trips, but 3 trips, or make 1 trip because it's on, country roads that it has to go slower and it's more wandering. That makes it, in essence, effectively, I mean, there's some not, but mostly is effective as 3 trucks, but it's taking just one, because it's just taking 1 person. It's, some things it's not in that rubber and other stuff, but it's mostly, if you can do 3 loads instead of 1 load or whatever, you get, or I don't. So yeah, having it back home in Germany, things more efficient would help, because you need less trucks at home, more trucks out at the front. But yeah, so supply throughput, I'm not against it. It's just not as big a thing. Now mining that, which is going to hit our ICs, but we're doing okay when we don't have all these penalties. Um, should it be 15% though? I'm just wondering about this. Now I know this is for all nations and not just Germany. Why would it reduce ICs? Now manpower, because to some degree, the manpower that is, well, for like crude oil supplies locally, and that is an importation, that would be like in Germany's case, it would be a lot of synthetic factories. Also, it would be, they did have some mine or oil wells locally. So yeah, okay, so some manpower there. Energy, whether it's coal mining or building hydroelectric dams or whatever it might be. So instead of men working in, an armaments factory, they're working in a power factory, and more metal, more, for this, of course, is a mix of mining slash steel production. Yeah, away from, so men doing that would be away from national manpower, but 15% seems big for ICs. 5% seems good because to some degree, I mean, it's not the same type of machine tool, but a machine tool that is, say, busy making drill bits, shall we say, to drill in mines, instead of machining steel to make rifle barrels or something like that. Yeah, it takes some away, but 15% just seems high. 10% national manpower, that doesn't, because it's, if you're, both trying to do industrial, yeah, I don't know. But we're gonna do mining, I think, now, which will help. 10% more. That would be 30 some more metal, which would deal with our current shortages. Now I know if we stopped trading, we would be even, but I want to keep the trades going. And here, yeah, about well, it's produced in home territory. Yeah, about 10% more would deal with current deficits here. Well, no, this doesn't help rares, unless rares is below there, but I don't think it is. But I'm not sure, so it might not help rare materials. Okay, well, energy obviously we don't need more of. I mean, we're, a little plus, but not huge. Okay, but we'll do that, I think, next. So we're going to come here. And farm mechanization, manpower. We're doing just fine in manpower. We'll do that later. Again, I'm used to just having national highways, so in a way I'm sort of thinking I'm playing with TRE because to a point I'm testing this to see how well TRE will fit with what's going on here. Okay, so we got more supply factories, good. Okay, oh, it does. Okay, it's also 10% rare. Yeah, just going off the screen. And okay, I see efficiencies. That, now that I'm seeing that, that's counterbalancing that. So I'm much more good with that. Yeah, not quite equal, but yeah. Okay, no, I'm better with that. So, and I'm, because this could also affect the USA. Though I don't know whether, looking at the USA, whether they would need this to supply all their ICs. Someplace like Britain very well may be. Okay, good, we have that. Yes, we will ask For the oil, they've accepted. So we get a bunch of crude oil just in one big patch and improved relations. And extend the Siegfried line. Okay, bunker down, match and match. We build stronger defenses, but the attack. Okay, so no need. Again, I'm not used to this because right here he does it differently in stages. Okay, level 2s. We can bunker down and match the Maginot, or we build strong defenses, but attack is the best defense, and so that is just the fortresses without the pillboxes, it looks like, and mostly the fortresses are at level 2 instead of level 3. Don't know, I think maybe down here, one place are a bit stronger, I don't know. Okay, 3 ICs, 5 or 3% ICs or 5%. Yeah, we'll do this, I guess. There we go. And we'll get the Brandenburg Commando Unit, which should not be a big IC hit. Oh no, good, because it is just a commando unit. Okay, so we have those. The Austrian economic miracle. Wow, that's good for us. 5% ICs, 10% supplies and research efficiency. Okay, Bulgaria would like to pay us. Pause. Oh, and Austria. Bulgaria requesting permission for technical expertise to produce 1 unit of destroyer. Okay, I guess so. I'm not used to these nations trying to buy. Maybe they fixed some things. Oh man, I think it's Dozed is the guy who does the. Sorry if you're watching and I get the name wrong, but it's one of those. Because I'm not used to nations that are not puppets wanting to buy production licenses from me, and this is cool that they are. Well, I guess we will, but I don't think we'll end up with it. I think the event is purely a spawned historical, so they will produce 1 unit of interceptors. I mean, when we take over the country, do we give them energy for money? Certainly. Certainly, certainly, certainly. Okay, now, even with adjusted, we have a lot of extra stuff. But now that we've got through the first year, we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank all of you so much that get this far into it. See you soon for more Hearts of Iron.